Many readers will recall that when David Robinson's book appeared in 1980, it contained numerous allegations shocking to even some of Herbert W. Armstrong's longtime critics. No accusation was more startling than that found in the book's last chapter. Robinson charged that Herbert W. Armstrong had maintained an intimate sexual relationship with the younger of his two daughters for a period of approximately 1 decade beginning in the early 1930s. The Armstrong organization, through surrogates, attempted to use the courts to block distribution of the Robinson book, but failed miserably. The Kessler Letter. In the Kessler Letter to the Board of Directors and Council of Elders, December 30, 1981, we read, "The human condition is such, that it would shock probably only just a few to learn of the moral depravity that is reported commonly among you. Although others, such as Dave Robinson and Floyd Lochner, apparently thought it might work to their advantage, to report Mr. Armstrong's admission, which he's made to several, that he had engaged repeatedly in incestuous intercourse with his daughter during the first 10 years of his ministry, as well as more recent, self-confessed sexual perversity, such attacks have been weathered, and I will know that both you and the membership have steeled yourselves against potential, adverse publicity, if any, that such revelations could bring."
Herbert W. Armstrong's incest reported in the Tulsa World newspaper, May 17, 1984. In this article we read, during pre-trial proceedings in the divorce case Thursday, Judge William Sherrill agreed to limit testimony on Armstrong's sexual conduct, but to allow evidence on the finances of the Pasadena, California-based church. In the divorce proceedings, Armstrong's lawyers had sought to limit evidence of a sexual nature, but his wife's attorney said it was crucial, since the church leader alleged Mrs. Armstrong had breached an agreement of love and fidelity. Louis Deckler, Mrs. Armstrong's lawyer, said the testimony would explain an understanding the couple reached about Armstrong's prior incestuous conduct with his daughter for many years. Citing Armstrong's worldwide travel in a $17 million private jet and other examples of a luxurious lifestyle, Deckler contended the other side was trying to exclude evidence showing the vast wealth that Mr. Armstrong personally controls to his own benefit. Since the 1990s, The Painful Truth has had newspaper clippings online that mention Herbert Armstrong and incest in the same sentence. During the course of his divorce, Herbert's lawyers tried to eliminate evidence of a sexual nature. Ramona's attorney said it was crucial, since Herbert was accusing her of a breach of love and fidelity. So if there is no evidence of incest, why during the divorce proceedings was it mentioned that the Armstrongs reached an understanding about the old man's prior incestuous conduct with his daughter? The truth is, that in a criminal court of law Herbert W. Armstrong would have been found guilty of these incest allegations. The answer as to why they didn't pursue criminal charges against Armstrong for incest or Ramona for theft is answered in the article itself. That a trial would be stressful to Mr. Armstrong, and might be very injurious to his health. Without even mentioning the Lochner tapes, or Robinson's book, Herbert Armstrong's Tangled Web, the newspaper article stands as dire testimonial evidence that there was indeed incest going on at one time in the Armstrong family. From Adam Clark's Commentary on the Bible. Ezekiel 22:10. In thee have they discovered, they are guilty of the most abominable incest and unnatural lust. On thee have they humbled in their unholy and unnatural connections, they have not abstained from those set apart because of their infirmities. The catalogue of crimes that follow is too plain to require comment. End quote. How serious is the sin of incest, such as when a father uses his authority to force himself on his own daughter, his own flesh? All generations of the human family have viewed this conduct as an unnatural act. So ask yourself, was Armstrong guilty of this crime against nature? Your answer may reveal more about you and your moral standing in this world.